guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below. Shout outs to Jey Uso and Charlotte Flair for winning the Rumble. Yay Jay, boo Charlotte. Cody and Kevin Owens match. That's Cody's best match, I want to say, since he came back. It was up there with the Hell in a Cell match that he had with Seth. I think that's Cody's best match, hands down, since he came back to the company. Definitely his best title defense match. Holy crap. And the character work and everything. It's just great freaking match. Match of the night. The tag match was awesome, except for the ending. I feel like what a thud, what a dud ending. Like, you had this awesome epic match with those guys, and that's how you end it? That was dumb, in my opinion. Anyway, on to the news. So over on X, Smack Talks posted an update on when we're going to see the next footage, gameplay footage, for 2K25. So over on X, Smack Talks posted lots of new details and gameplay footage coming February 5th, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So whatever that translates to you. So 9 a.m. Pacific time, gameplay footage. And then someone asked him a question, and he responded by saying, I can't say what's coming, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Now, during the Rumble, they had basically a hands-on event for probably the next makers and media and press to get their stuff ready to go for the marketing rollout of this game. I'm not an X maker, never will be, because I complain about the game too much. But yeah, so what they'll probably show is the following. Alright, so I made a list here so I don't forget, because I've tried to make this video like 10 times. It says on the 5th, they're probably going to show off the new third-person camera. Now, I made a video talking about this, and I'm going to double down and say these changes the controls. I could be wrong. But why would you put it in the gameplay upgrades, air quotes, upgrades, if it's not for matches? If it's just for the island mode, or hopefully the walk around segments, another allegedly for My Rise, that'd be really cool. If it's just for that, why would you advertise it as a new gameplay upgrade? That doesn't make sense to me. Oh, you can control the third-person camera now, but not during matches. It's like, what? Then why advertise it? Like, it's okay. So, the fact that they advertised it, or it's in the gameplay upgrade section, leads me to believe that they changed the controls. And let me explain why. So real quick, before we go further, because there's other stuff that they're probably going to show. This is an Xbox controller. I don't know why it's doing that, but everything's tied to the right joystick when it comes to pinning, picking up your opponent, turning them to their back, turning them to the front, spinning them over on the mat. I forget what else it does, but it does a lot of stuff. And if they change that, that means everything else has to change. So hopefully we get one counter button for strikes, one counter for grapples, hit both the counter specials, that's how it used to be. And then we'll have weak strike, strong strike, weak grapple, strong grapple, a lot like AEW. Now, before you get mad, obviously WWE did it first. However, Ukes, who made AEW, invented it along with No Mercy, because No Mercy did that too. So actually, No Mercy, Aki invented it. But you know where I'm getting at here. The fact is that the gameplay could be a lot like AEW, which would be really funny, because they've already taken a lot of other stuff, or brought back a lot of other stuff that they did before that AEW did in their game. Anyway, so I just wanted to talk about that. Now, the next thing that they'll probably show is the chain wrestling. How is it going to function? Now, I hope it's not the same as it used to be, because as I recall, I could be wrong, because I've played so many wrestling games. Like I said, they all blend together. It might not be a WWE game, but I'm pretty sure it was. Chain wrestling was like a rock, paper, scissors thing. Like, you had to guess what the next correct button was, and whoever guessed correctly would go to the next phase of the chain wrestling sequence. Hopefully, if they make up a new system, and I kind of want like a button combination. So let's say it shows a bunch of inputs, like A, B, X, Y, Y, A, B, B, X, whatever, and whoever inputs it the fastest goes to the next sequence. I feel like that's more fair, unless, of course, you're online, because online will always lag no matter what, because peer-to-peer sucks. Unless they have rollback netcode, but why would they do that for a yearly game? But anyway, I digress. So we'll probably see Chain Wrestling and how that works. Next up would probably be intergender matches. Very curious how that's going to function, because they said there's no restrictions across all modes. Other than, of course, you can't bloody the women. That makes perfect sense. If you want to do that, you're weird. So, no restrictions. So that means Hell in a Cell, Rhea Ripley, Dom. Hell in a Cell, The Big Show, who's not in the game, but you can download him probably because someone's going to make him. And China. I don't know, anybody. Triple H, China, Eddie Guerrero, and China. I mean, possibilities are endless. So they're probably going to show off how that works, how it functions. See if they've changed anything, like certain taunts or something that makes the guy go like, "Whoa, what?" or something. We'll see that. Showcase concept. Now, I read somewhere, and it's probably just someone's like, "Oh, they're not doing this because there's a lot of fake leakers out there." But the leakers I did find, if you're new here, all those leaks that I covered about a month or two ago were all correct. Every last one of them. So I don't know if I got lucky and I stumbled across the right guy, or my research paid off. Anyway, so showcase concept. So they're doing something a little different here, because a lot of the wrestlers that were during Roman's run are in other companies or no longer with the company, like Brock Lesnar, for instance. So it sounds like they're going to do a what-if scenario. That's cool. That's really cool, in my opinion. There are so many what-if things that you could do with that. I mean, you could have... The first easiest one is The Rock, because it didn't happen yet. Stone Cold. It'd be cool to see Roman fight Stone Cold, another dream opponent. The Greats. I'd say Hulk Hogan, but he's been in hot water, but his character work was awesome. I'd say The Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man. I would like to see Roman versus Ultimate Warrior or Macho Man. That'd be really cool if he talked about it, and that was like one of his dream matches. Triple H in his prime, although he did wrestle Triple H, so forget that one. But yeah, there's so many cool things they could show off for Showcase. And the other new match types that I almost forgot, Underground match type, they'll probably show off that and how it functions, how it works. And the Bloodline Rules match, they'll probably show that too. But I feel like Bloodline Rules is basically anything goes, right? So it's just a different way to say it. Like literally, it's no different. It's just anything goes. It doesn't matter. No DQ. It's just a fancy way of saying no DQ in my opinion. But yeah, so I feel like that's everything they're gonna show. They might show some other stuff, but later they can show My Rise. They can show Universe, My GM. I feel like My GM is gonna be a big selling point for this game because of the online and how that works. Like, is it gonna have all the features? Or is it going to be limited, like you can only use in-game wrestlers? Because if you start uploading your created wrestlers, that could slow it down. Very curious how My GM is going to work for the first attempt at being online. And then the island mode. Everybody wants to see what this island mode is, and if it's online only or not. I hope they show that. Like, to me, the thing I'm most curious about is the island mode. Like, how is it? What is it? Is it going to be online only? Is it a feature where everything you do in it will carry over to the next game? Keep it on the channel. We're going to talk about that in a video. There's so many things that the island mode could be, and I hope the thing I think it is right, because it could be a huge game changer going forward into the future. Alright, so that about wraps it up for this video. Keep an eye on the channel. We're going to keep talking about 2K25. I'm starting to get a little hyped here. I'm not as hyped as I was last year because we keep getting burned every year, and I feel like I'm getting franchise fatigue. I don't know if you guys have experienced that yet, but I am getting a little bit of franchise fatigue. That's why games like Ultra Pro Wrestling and the Wrestling Code are so important, because it gives you a buffer. It gives you an alternative to the 2K franchise. We just need something different. We just need a different flavor. Like, 2K is awesome. They do a lot of cool stuff. They do a lot of stupid stuff too, but they got to make money and stuff, so that I'm not defending them. I'm just saying they got to make their money, so they have to do underhanded things sometimes. But Anyway, I've blabbered on long enough. Shout out to comments. Anyway, I've blabbered on long enough. Thank you for watching. Sound off the comments below and stay frosty.